Nemesis. Log number 3-44. A lot has changed on Chile. Some of the glaciers covering its surface have melted over time due to impetuous bioweapon usage during a civil conflict that claimed lives of many. An uprising that changed the course of Chile's history, bringing it more towards the democratic direction the rest of the galaxy was heading in. The overall temperature on the planet has gone up, allowing inhabitants to go from living underground to settle in the city above the surface. On our arrival, Xena and myself asked around, looking for clues, looking for hints, looking for answers. Nobody seems to know any origin of this hourglass-like symbol made out of identical pyramids, or they choose not to tell us. Just don't seem that welcoming or talkative, keeping more to themselves and tending to their business. The search continues into the old city. We go underground. There is a public transport that left to travel to Chaplar, former capital city in the icy depths, but currently it's under indefinite maintenance and is not running. Ice took over the motor. Figures, the population of the surface doesn't care much for the original folk left behind, especially since they decided to stay there by choice. We don't have time to waste, and this chasm passage doesn't have enough space for a spaceship to fly through, so the only way down is to scale the ice wall, an idea I'm not too psyched about, but Xena finds daring and fun. We gear up for a lengthy climb. I instruct Xena on all safety precautions. She seems to simply brush off, like whatever old man, I'm agile, I got this. With harnesses strapped to our bodies and a wire attached to them, going all the way down, we begin the climb. 1 foot at a time, using spikes in our boots and pickaxe tools in our hands. 1, 2, 1, 2, with me setting the pace and her following in my footsteps. Halfway down the wall, I ask if there's something she imagined doing with her free time before I showed up, and she says not in a million years. She's usually not allowed any extremes in her life. Her mother is like a despot, passionate about her, but strict. Sometime later, all of a sudden, one of Xena's hands breaks off a piece of ice, sending a pickaxe flying, and she's only holding it with the other hand. I offer her a helping hand, seeing her struggle to hug the wall, but she refuses. I ask one more time if she's sure, and she responds the same. Teenage confidence, or ignorance, whatever you want to call it. So I'm thinking to myself, alright, shit, suit yourself. While trying to grab onto something and maintain the balance, she loses her footing. Her second hand slips too. The girl is falling, moving backwards, away from the wall, dropping into the abyss. It happens in an instant, a scary sight to see. So much fear in the person's eyes, the person you were instructed to watch over and protect, be a guardian for. But the good thing is, I'm not that trusting, especially of ambitious teenagers. And before we started the climb, I've attached the cord that connects both harnesses of Xena and I, knowing damn well she might get careless, slip and fall. The cord that is practically invisible but very strong and can easily hold up her barely perceptible weight. As she slightly bounces up when this cord reaches its full length, with a sigh of relief, realizing she's no longer falling to her death, she goes back on the wall, and we finish this climb that's already taking way too long at my pace, staying silent for the rest of it after she apologizes. Not many Chis are left living underground anymore. Most of them up and left, inhabited the surface city. A search in Chaplar doesn't seem to bring any results either, but I'm no stranger to these things. I know it always takes time, tracking someone, looking for a hunch, digging up skeletons from the times long gone and forgotten. Local residents seem to be even less affable than their relatives on the surface, not even willing to engage in any talks in the first place. Which makes sense. You have to be a recluse individual to stay in this cold underground hole when everyone is reaching for the top, moving towards the brighter side. But down here, there's nothing but shivering excuses and steely despairs, long overdue to be resolved by natives afraid to let go, delaying the acceptance of an escapable change. Set up a bonfire to warm up outside of the abandoned house we come across, where we decide to stay up for the night. Not that it's easy to keep track of time underground, as the only light in Chaplar you get is an artificial one. No natural light reaches that far underground. She says, Thank you for saving me back there on the wall. To which I reply, you got it, kiddo. I see her enviously eyeing my jet juice, popular low-grade trashy alcohol amongst pilots, and I decide to make her an offer. I will let her have a sip of my liqueur if she tells me one secret of hers. She hesitates at first, but wanting the reward proceeds to tell me how she just had her first kiss not too long ago before leaving for Chile, and it was with a girl that lives on Kino too. And I tell her how she's at the age when she will start discovering a lot of things about herself, having impulses and desires she wants to act upon. It's only natural, it's our biology. Good thing you got someone you like that you want to return to out there. She earns her sip fair and square, scrunching her face as she takes it, commenting how disgusting it is. Which is true, you have to be an adult with some level of self-loathing and self-hatred to be willingly putting this inside your body. But hey, we all cope differently, however we can, whichever way we manage. The juice seems to untie her tongue a bit. Xena goes on to tell me how her mom wants to shield her from all of the dangers the world has to offer, mainly because of Maxine's past life. However, she confesses to me that she wants to travel the galaxy, explore the world, and learn the secrets of it. Mom keeps her locked up in a bird cage, while Xena feels ready to spread her wings and leave the nest alright. This young girl thinks she's all grown up, funny enough, the same exact way I felt when I was her age. All of the adventures Maxine told her about, now she wants journeys of her own, wants to feel alive. Think you should listen to what your mother has to say, I tell her. You don't have to rush to be grown, take it one step at a time, baby steps. The adventures will always be out there, waiting for you. There's also beauty in the regular things too, enjoying the stillness, the mundane, simple things in life. You need to have balance so you can feel okay at the end of the day. Keep your head clear and level. After all, look at me now. I thought all my adventures had been left in the past, and I finally was able to start simple life of mine. But sometimes those adventures invite themselves in and come knocking on your door unannounced, leaving you no choice but to become a part of them. Maybe deep down, that's what I wanted all along, to shake things up, to feel it again. Mom is brutally honest about everything, except for one detail. She refuses to tell me who my real father is, always saying, "You don't have a father." I'm old enough to know I can face the truth. Well, sorry kiddo, can't help you with that one. Truth be told, I don't know who her father is myself, and don't plan on going to question Maxine about it. It's a family matter I don't need to stick my nose in. In the life's diary, some pages are better left unturned, for your own sake and wellness. You might not be ready to face the demons you can dig up from the past. Sometimes it's better to just leave them there, hidden in the pitch black shadows, undisturbed by curiosity. No need for potential trauma you don't have a clue about to resurface. Sometimes, not knowing is for the better. Nemesis.